All right, let's get into this. Assassin's Creed Mirage, 100% platinum review. So before I start, as always, if you could like the video, it helps me out a lot. And I will be talking about no spoilers at all. So no spoilers in the video. I will be no like story spoilers, nothing what happens beforehand, afterhand, and stuff like that. So just my thoughts about everything. Now, as usual, I will do it like this, right? I will talk about what I liked, didn't like, go some questions, my overall rating, do I recommend it, stuff like that. So yeah, let's get into it. So I will start with the things I like, obviously first. Now, the number one thing I would say about this game that I really like, right? It has to be the length. Now, it took me about 33 hours in-game hours to get the 100%. And obviously, if you just want to play it just for the story, you can probably be at like 12, 13, 14, 15 hours. I would say maybe 15 hours is the average for the story. Huge improvement from example, Valhalla, which is like 80-hour story or something like that. You probably need like 150 hours or something like that to 100% it. Insane amount of hours, way too much time for that game to 100%. And I do think that they need to scale down on Assassin's Creed games a bit. Now the game did sell good. It was $50 or €50. It was not the 60 or 70 price. So and Ubisoft stated that it was their best selling game of this gen. Incredible news. It was like in line with Odyssey and Valhalla in terms of sales. Now that's great. It cost less, yeah, sure, but imagine the budget on this game, way less than those games. So if it's sold the same amount, a bit cheaper, it probably make them a lot of money. Obviously, huge profit for them. So yeah, great from my point of view. Now I would say one thing. From a Ubisoft standpoint, I'm surprised how few glitches I had. Now there was a few funny ones here and there, but I didn't have to like reload my save file and stuff like that. Just some funny ones here and there. In terms of performance mode, I played in FPS mode. I didn't even try the 30 FPS mode, honestly. It looked pretty crisp, it looked pretty good in FPS mode, but it is a cross-gen game, right? So it's like, obviously it's supposed to be looking as good as possible. And Valhalla also ran great on PS5, so there was no reason why this game should run bad. So yeah, I really like that. I would say one of the biggest reasons why I'm excited about this, it was obviously where this game is. It's an Arabic setting, right? So they are in Iran and they are in Baghdad in the game. And I just think that in terms of like location wise, you don't see many games do this, like the where they are. And like the people, they do speak Arabic there. And I did play I did try to go to English and Arabic a few times. The Arabic is pretty good, I think. The English is also pretty good. So but the NPCs around you will always speak Arabic, no matter what language you play in. So they said the setting of this game is probably my favorite part outside of just being a normal fun game, obviously. So yeah, that's that. And I would say I really like the main character, Basim. He wasn't like anything special, but I didn't hate him either. So always a plus there. And I will say the content in the game, like what you do, is never like, it's not too much of anything. Which is like, if you play Ubisoft games, obviously you know that they like to put stuff in the map. Now, obviously, to get 100%, you do have to go in places to get that stuff. So yeah, that's basically what I like. I don't like it's just in the correct direction. This game is in the correct direction, basically. And I hope that they make more this type of Assassin's Creed games. Obviously, they can release them more frequently. They can maybe have a smaller team working on these, where they have a bigger team working on the bigger ones. I don't think they're gonna go away with the bigger ones anyway, only because they just love to make it. And also, they do sell though, so like I'm pretty sure they're gonna make more after the Japanese game, Japanese Assassin's Creed, way more. Now that's the things that I liked. Some things I don't like. The number one thing, like by far, in my opinion, is the AI. The AI is horrible. No matter what difficulty you play on, the AI is very, very, very bad. Especially if you play one of these like high tiers, AAA games with good AI. The AI is horrible. There's no way around it. The AI is just bad. It's obviously bad. There's nothing. That's like the only thing I can say about it. It's horrible. It's actually to the point where like it is almost immersion breaking how bad it is sometimes. And I hope like for the next Assassin's Creed game where like they do this type of stuff, I hope it's better. I would say also keep in mind, I do like that it went back to the old school type, but there obviously I don't think they went enough. It's just the correct direction, right? So it's not like you're gonna play this game. It's gonna be it is basically Unity or it's basically Assassin's Creed 2. There are some like modern Assassin's Creed game things in it, but it's more of the old school. But I don't think it's enough either. So it's like plus and minus on that front for me. And I would say the combat can feel clunky sometimes. Not all, like specifically hand-to-hand combat. The stealth I actually like. The stealth elements I do like, and it's obviously how the way they designed the game. They don't force you to do stealth, but they do recommend almost every time. So yeah, that's some stuff I didn't like, obviously. But the AI by far the number one thing. And I would say the story is pretty average. I do like the last mission. Last mission is great, but the story is average. Now, that was some good, some bad things. Let's get into some questions. And I basically just ran them up into a few things. And one of the first questions that I had was if I do think that they forced the stealth on it. Now, I'm gonna explain to you how the mission structure works in specifically the end part of some like main quest games, missions. Now, you have like a huge palace or whatever. You have to like assassinate someone. There's a lot of ways to get in there, which I do like. It's like almost like, not exactly like Hitman, obviously, not to that depth, but you can choose the way you want to go in there. And I like that because it gives you a bunch of choice, but most of them are always stealth in a way. Sorry about that. Almost of them are almost in stealth in a way. So it's like, what you choose is always the stealth, but there's always, you can someone talk to someone, they can like, you can have a crowd walking with the crowd, for example. You can do a favor for them. They're gonna let you in a specific way. Maybe you have some contacts from other missions. So like, I do like that. And from that point of view, yeah, they force stealth, but I do feel like that's like the part of the Assassin's thing from it. So yeah, there's that. Do I recommend it? I mean, if you have it for $50, yeah, $50, absolutely recommend it. I do think if you like the old school games, like Assassin's Creed 2 and stuff, or if you like just the setting, I recommend it. But if you have too many games like most people, just get on Black Friday. I'm pretty sure this game is gonna be, $40, maybe even $30 on Black Friday. So maybe just wait a bit and save some money on that front. What mode did I play in? And the people who asked that obviously meant what performance. I mean, obviously performance mode. I don't think. I mean, if it's like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which I didn't check actually the 30 FPS mode. But I could see almost no difference at all. So it's like it's gonna end up being, do you want to play in 30 FPS or 60 FPS? In my opinion, obviously, always go for 60. So there's that. There were some questions about the game. Now I did think about this a little bit, like what I would rate it, and I will have to go because like, here's the thing, if it wasn't in this setting, we're at like because I truly love the setting. If it wasn't in this setting, I would probably give it a 7, maybe 7.5, because I really like the setting of the game and like direction is correct and all that stuff. But I truly like the setting did a lot for me in this game. Like the characters weren't so great and all that stuff. Some characters are better, some are worse, but I do like the main character. And the setting made the game to an 8, I think. I think 8 for this game, for me at least, is fair. But if this was like set in some European city with the same structure and everything, I'll probably go with 7. I do feel like most people probably go with the 7 unless you truly love the setting like I did. But for me, the most important thing about this game, it is that it was successful, and it's also that Ubisoft can now see that people want this game. It's a great step in a good direction, I think, and I hope we get more Assassin's Creed in this title. Just take what you have here, take what you had in Unity, and just build upon that. Give us more of the old school feeling back, even more in this game. So definitely in the good direction. And when I say like, this is old school, it's obviously not all the way old school. It's just in a good direction, and people are truly happy about them going back into that direction. And the game selling good is also a good indication of like, oh wow, Ubisoft, we want this. So I hope they keep making smaller type of Assassin's Creed games. And also, how crazy is that? Like, a game that takes like 30-35 hours to platinum is considered small nowadays. Like, back in the day, that's like a long game, Like, some games used to be like 6 hours. This game is like 15 hours to beat, and people are like saying, oh, it's a short game. Like, come on, man. Like, I don't like that. Like, oh, it's short. It's 15 hours. Like that's not short. That's like 2 working days. You know, whatever. But anyway, that was my review. If you stick around this whole time, thank you for watching the video. And please obviously leave a like if you like the video. And I will see you guys with Spider-Man next, I think, probably. Thank you. Thank you for watching. And goodbye.